6:30 is your time on Wednesday, June the 10th. You're watching Good Morning at KDN. I'm Dave Baker. We're going to join Katie Lopez in just a little bit, and we have Abby Breidenbach, who's live this morning over at the Lafayette Regional Airport. And of course, meteorologist Daniel Phillips will have a look at your midweek forecast. Well, we'll start our news over in Houston. Family, friends, and celebrities and public officials all paid tribute to George Floyd during his funeral yesterday. Floyd died 2 weeks ago at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer who kneeled on his neck for over 8 minutes, and others stood by. 4 officers involved have been arrested and charged. Activists, friends, and family spoke at the funeral, calling for justice and police reform.
Right now, I want justice for my brother, my big brother. That's Big Floyd. Everybody knows who Big Floyd is now.
In national news, the mayor of Houston announcing at Floyd's funeral that he'll sign an executive order on police reform. Mayor Sylvester Turner plans to ban chokeholds, require police to give a verbal warning before shooting, and making it mandatory to intervene if they see misconduct by other officers.
In this city, we will require comprehensive reporting. In this city, you must exhaust all alternatives before shooting. And there will be other things in this executive order.
New this morning, George Floyd's brother is set to testify before Congress. Philonise Floyd will be speaking before House Judiciary Committee hearing on policing practices and law enforcement accountability. Last week, he spoke with both President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden. There will be several other witnesses during the hearing, including the sister of a slain officer. Happening today, Ian Howard will be in court to find out who will represent him in his murder and attempted murder cases after his lead attorney was removed. Howard is accused of shooting and killing Lafayette Police Corporal Michael Middlebrook. Court records show that Howard's original attorney was terminated from the nonprofit group that provides indigent defenders in capital trials. Now to a developing story at Lafayette City Hall, where LCG is still waiting for approval from the Department of Housing and Urban Development to shift $850,000 in housing assistance grant money to small businesses. The city and parish councils approved Mayor President Josh Guillory's plan last week. His office says they're hopeful to have an update in the next week or two.
With your complete forecast, here's KATC meteorologist Daniel Phillips.
Well, we've got temperatures that are sitting in the 80s across Acadiana. You do have some showers out there this morning. Pretty decent thunderstorm now, ready to push out of St. Landry Parish and Upper St. Martin Parish. That will continue to push its way towards the east, and then you've got a scattering of showers back behind it. A lot of clouds across the area to be cloudy up through the morning. Temperatures have been sitting in the 80s, about 81 in Lafayette, 80 for New Iberia, Abbeville as well. Opelousas coming in at about 75 so far today. Here's a quick look at what we've had over the last couple of hours. Showers working their way across the region. This is a front that's eventually going to be bringing us some drier air. You got a few hours before the dry air does start to sink in. It'll still be very hot outside today, but tonight is when you're going to feel the big difference. Tonight is when you'll see the temperatures start to drop down into the 60s. Dew points are going to be fairly low as well. You may see dew points as low as the mid and upper 50s later today. This time of year, that is very rare. And it stays that way basically going all the way through the rest of this week as well. Here's where that big thunderstorm is now. If you look out over towards the east or northeast, if you're in Lafayette Parish, you're going to see a lot of lightning. It's associated with this storm, which is getting ready to work its way over Livonia. Let's see if a warning gets put on this thing as it gets to the other side of the basin. Scattered showers back behind it, a little more isolated down closer to the coastline, and then calming out over towards the west. Let's run through Futurecast here. Everything pushes out of the area by lunchtime. The sun will start to shine as well. Even the clouds will be breaking up. By the time we get to noon, we stay nice and quiet through the rest of the evening, and overnight tonight with clear skies, temperatures drop, and they'll drop down to the mid 60s. It's going to feel great the next couple mornings, not just tomorrow either. Thursday morning, Friday morning, even into Saturday morning, you're going to have temperatures sitting in the 60s. Clear skies through the day tomorrow. Even the daily rain chances have been dropped off as all the moisture is getting kicked out of the area. The afternoons are still going to be warm. It'll still feel hot outside, but nowhere near what it was like yesterday or what it's going to be like today. Today we get up to about 91. It's still quite hot outside, and even with a breeze from the north, you'll feel that heat. Winds at about 8 to 12 miles an hour today, and that will be coming out of the north, driving that drier, cooler air in. We're looking good through the night tonight and really all the way through the majority of the weekend as well. We'll be back in the 90s by Saturday afternoon. 86 your high for tomorrow. It's 6:35 right now. It is 81 degrees.
Thanks, Daniel. Right now in Lafayette, an electrical malfunction is believed to be the cause of a fire at Delta World Tire on Gilboa Road. The building was closed at the time, and the building suffered only minor damage. Later today, Governor John Bel Edwards will provide the latest update in the state's response to the coronavirus pandemic. That starts at 2:30. You can stream it live at KATC.com. And the LDH is reporting 562 new cases in Louisiana and 13 new deaths. Over 150 of those cases are from a backlog dating to early May. Hospitalizations and ventilator usage continue to drop, and almost 34,000 people are presumed recovered from COVID-19.
In this morning's Health Beat, the World Health Organization is clarifying its position on whether people without symptoms are widely spreading COVID-19, saying much remains unknown about asymptomatic transmission. An official with the organization called such transmissions, quote, very rare, a statement which attracted widespread criticism. And new this morning, a study suggests that stay-at-home order throughout the countries have worked to slow the spread of COVID-19. According to the study, social distancing, closing schools, and restricting travel has helped prevent 60 million cases of the coronavirus. The study includes data on daily infection rates, the timing of those large-scale shutdowns, and other research on coronavirus cases. Despite these claims, coronavirus cases are on the rise in at least 20 states plus Puerto Rico. Over half of those states are recording their worst week yet from new coronavirus infections, with Texas hitting a record high in COVID-19 hospitalizations. The upward trend is prompting doctors to remind people to continue to wear a face covering in public and follow mitigation efforts.
Happening today, free COVID-19 testing at Super One on West Willow Street. It'll start at 8 o'clock, and you'll need to bring an ID and wear a mask. Anyone 16 years or older can be tested. And tomorrow, there will be a second round of testing at the same Super One and also at Dr. Patrick Moore's office on Alcide Dominique Drive in Lafayette. With travel restrictions lifted and summer finally here, many are looking forward to getting out of town. But depending on the destination, there could still be one big obstacle in the way. Our Abby Breidenbach joins us live at the Lafayette Regional Airport this morning with those details. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Dave. That's right. I'm live here at the airport. And for some people, this obstacle is so big that it could stop them from getting any further than literally right here, the Lafayette Regional Airport. The obstacle is a passport, or a lack of a passport in this case, and that's because the U.S. has closed all of the passport offices since March 19th. They've been closed, and right now there's no date set for when they're supposed to reopen. Now, the good news here is that one local travel agent says there's still so much you can do within the United States.
In the U.S., you can still do Hawaii if you want to, and you can still do a lot of the beach areas, but you need to check with each destination and with each property because each state has different situations going on.
So there are lots of fun options to still have a great summer vacation within the U.S., but he wanted to stress to everyone, do not book anything international until you physically have a passport in your hand. Even once those offices reopen, there still could be some delays, so definitely wait until you have that passport to book your trips. Live in Lafayette, Abby Breidenbach, Good Morning Acadiana.
Thanks, Abby. Happening this weekend, the newly opened Handy Stop Market and Cafe will make it official with a ribbon cutting. That'll take place this Saturday at 5 p.m. and will kick off the June Art Walk. Time right now is 6:40. Still to come on GMA, a popular movie is being pulled from a streaming platform. That's coming up at 6:44. And Daniel will have another look at our forecast. But first, here's this morning's Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge